This is going to be an incredibly quick video. I'm going to talk loud so I don't have to do microphone stuff. And I can only do one phantom power thing at a time, which is... Anyways, so this is going to be a really quick unboxing. I'm going to put him down. Let me kiss. Okay. And Royal Mail. There's... oh, is that King... Yeah, that's the King. The King is on the mail. Customs from Chicago, I assume. Yeah, I know it was in Chicago for customs. Boom, 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 boom. So, this came from England. I have wanted one of these for a while. Ooh, cool. It's wrapped in a newspaper. So let me see if I can figure out. I'm more excited about the newspaper right now. Okay, so the newspaper is from 4th of June, the FT Weekend. Meta ready to block news for some users in Canada. Music industry chief spotted gold in oldies, decided to give it up. Who is this guy? Hedwig Mush made sure BMG kept the likes of British Rick Ashley. Man, I'm gonna have to read this British paper. Okay, that's not why we're here. All right, so let me unwrap it. This is the SFX micro-Thumpinator bandwidth optimizer, high performance bandwidth optimizer. And this, I believe at 25 hertz, it makes a 36 dB cut. So anything below, we're going to find out, but around the octave of an open A string, anything below that does not get through. So, and it doesn't turn on and off. It's just in the signal. There'll be a longer video, kind of a final, when I get the board and everything. There'll be one more time where I take everything off and can wave in front of the camera. So, micro-Thumpinator. This is the same thing, different generation, different look, but same thing that Dusty Hill used. And I will put a video, I'll put a link for that video with Elwood, who's the bass player now, talking about, and it's like a minute into the video. So yeah, so let's move on to the very quick demo because I got to get a shower and get to work. All right, so I what I thought was going to happen. What I thought was going to happen was I was going to solo the sub octave, and I was like around the A, the open A, or the G sharp. The signal was just going to mute, like it was just going to be, snap off. That's not what happened. What happened is better. Okay, so um, the analogy I used before was the bouncer in the club. Okay, so if there's no bouncer in the club, and it's just everybody rushes in the door, and the club fills over capacity, no one can dance, right? The Thumpinator is the bouncer at the club keeping the I could say this, keeping the fatties out, and so then the people can dance. It by like, even though those sub frequencies aren't usable, like aren't audible, they still take up information and energy. And so by eliminating those frequencies, the more information and more energy is able to go into the notes that you want. Uh, yeah, yeah. There's some, it might be, I have a suspicion that it's actually my interface cord, my cord running from the interface to the whatever you're called, iPad. But yeah, so in that last demo, there's some static, and I haven't been, at this point, I haven't been careful about wiring up power sources. But anyways, the Thumpinator, I love it. I love it. And I actually, Mike Watt he's using Baron Gotti is the company, and so there's actually, I'll put a link with that. But he talks about the high pass filter on their amps, and um, so I wasn't, the reason I got the Thumpinator is because I want to use the sub octave, and I don't want to blow up a church's sound system. But like, even if you're not using the sub octaves, it's still a really good thing to have. And I know with the Baron Gotti, other amps will have a high pass filter included, but there's like some control as far as like your frequencies and how much and whatever. I don't necessarily want control sometimes. Sometimes I just want to turn something on and have it sound good, which is probably why I use my metallic markers on my board, just so I can find that. I thought it sounded good on one day, so I'm not gonna think about it again. Yeah. Uh, this is actually gonna be 2 videos, but is it pretentious if I do a director's cut? I don't think so. I did the work. Anyways, it's Friday. It's Friday, baby. All right, baby.